Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video on Math Digest. In this video, we have been given this diagram, and then this is the question and narrate. The question reads, in the diagram, a circle is drawn in a square, PQRS, as shown. So this is the circle here, drawn in a square, PQRS. If the total area of the shaded portion is 42 centimeters squared, we have to calculate the radius of the circle. Take pi to be equal to 22/7. So this is the question we want to solve today, and this question is coming from mensuration 1. So without wasting much of your time, let's start something. Now our first thing we are going to do, I'm going to let the radius of the circle be r. So I'm going to let the radius of the circle be r. So if the radius of the circle is r, then it means that a line from here to here forms the radius. So the line from here to here is r. And if I want to extend this, another line from here to here will also be the radius. And these two, when we put together, it becomes the diameter. And so the diameter is now 2r. And comparing the diameter and the length here, we can see that they are just the same. And so if the diameter is 2r, it means that this side will also be 2r. And since it is squared, this side will also be 2r, here will also be 2r, and then here will also be 2r. So we now know the side of the square. Now let's go ahead and calculate the area of the square. So the area of the square, will be equal to, now the area of a square is what? Length times length. And the length here is 2r. So I'm going to have 2r times 2r. And so this is going to give me 4r squared. So this is the area of the square here. Now let's go ahead and find the area of the circle. So the area of the circle will be equal to pi r squared. The area of the circle is pi r squared. So we now know the area of the circle, which is pi r squared. And then we also know the area of the square, PQRS, which is 4r squared. We can use this to calculate for the area of the shaded portion by subtracting the area of the circle from the area of the square. So let's go ahead and do that. So area of the shaded portion will be equal to, now what's the area of the square? The area of the square, PQR, is 4r squared minus, and then the area of the circle we had pi r squared. So we now have the area of the shaded portion over here. But let's come to the question. We were told that if the total area of the shaded portion is 42 centimeters squared, we have to calculate the radius of the circle. So now we want the radius of the circle. This is what we want to find. But before that, we have been given the total area of the shaded portion to be equal to 42 centimeters squared. And we also have another area of the shaded portion to be equal to this. And so by so doing, we are going to equate the two, and then we solve for r. So this implies we are going to have 4r squared minus pi r squared is equal to 42. Now from the left hand side of the equation, we have r squared in common. So I'm going to factorize r squared out. Here I'll be left with 4 minus, and then here I'll be left with pi. And this will be equal to 42. But don't forget, we are asked to take pi to be equal to 22/7. So in place of pi, I'm going to write 22/7 there. So I'm going to have r squared into 4 minus 22/7. And this will be equal to 42. So r squared into, now 4 minus 22/7 will give us 6/7. And this will be equal to 42. So to make r squared a subject, I'm just going to multiply through by 7 to get 6r squared is equal to 42 times 7. And from here, I'm going to divide through by 6. I'll divide through by 6. So So I get r squared to be equal to 42 times 7 all over 6. Now 6 into itself once and then into 42 7 times. So I'm going to have r squared to be equal to 7 times 7, and r squared will be equal to 7 squared. So to get r over here, I'm going to take square root of r squared is equal to plus or minus the square root of 7 squared. And from here, the square will cancel the square root, square will cancel the square root. So we are going to have r to be equal to plus or minus 7. But since we are solving for radius, we can only consider the positive side of r. And so r will be equal to 7 centimeters. And so yes, this is all what this video is about. If you find the video interesting, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and then share as well. See you in our next video. Bye bye for now.